You're supposed to be supervising me. So I just kept on running the machine back and forth. And at the end, I had more hangers done than anybody else in that particular division there. But what did I do that for? Because I have to answer to God. I have to answer to God. And so if you have some kind of quota you have to meet, but you can't get it done, and there's a report you got to file, don't say, well, I did it. Because if you say you did it and they go and check on it, they'll find out that it was not true. Just say, I came short. And I'll do better next time. But don't go ahead and put things on your report to make you look good if it's not true. Okay? Because then you have to live with your conscience. And there's one thing, we can't get away from our conscience. If you were here last week, I said the conscience is like your personal internal alarm clock. When your conscience is not clear, it bothers you, doesn't it? It bothers you. So that conscience is something that God gave us to let us know when we are right and when we are wrong. The Bible speaks about having your conscience seared with a hot iron. 1 Timothy talks about that. And to have your conscience seared with a hot iron means that you override it. So now be honest now. How many of you wake up by an alarm clock, whether it's an actual clock or by your cell phone or you have some other device that goes off when it's time to get up? Raise your hand if you have an alarm clock. Okay. So several of you have an alarm clock. Now, how many of you, be honest now, and say, sometimes when it goes off, I hit the snooze button to get, okay, see, and went right away. We all do that. Give me another 15 minutes. And we're the one that set the alarm clock. And then when it goes off, we get mad. Why you went off at that time? I need 15 more minutes. So the conscience is that alarm clock. It's there to tell you when something needs to be done and something is not right. So don't override it. Don't keep on telling your conscience, I don't want to do, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do. Just let God be God and you follow. It's the best way to live. Believe me, you have fewer problems in your life that way. You have much more peace, much more joy. You get along better with people. And if somebody doesn't like you because you tell the truth, it's their problem. But not your problem for telling the truth. It's their problem. Who is the father of lies, Jesus or Satan? Satan is the father of lies. So if you live by truth and you speak the truth in love, kindly, you have nothing to worry about. Do we have any comments or questions before we end our Sunday school? Yes, ma'am.
If you have a person, let's say a friend, and let's say you promised to call them back and you forgot to call them back.
Right.
And then when you realize that not even knowing that you promised to call somebody, you call them back. And this person is so angry, you call them, they're not answering that phone, and you wonder what's going on.
Because they're offended that you didn't
You
call.
don't know what's going on.
Right.
You keep calling, and then you finally decide, okay, let me call her husband.
Right.
And ask, why is she not answering my phone?
Yeah.
Is she okay, or did she change her number? And the husband come back and say, she said because you were supposed to call her and you call her. I'm like, oh, that's a petty stuff. If I promise to call you, I don't call you, call me and say, hey, then you say you're going to call me back and you didn't call me back.
Right.
So I don't know why she's mad at me, so I decided to send her a text message to apologize.
Okay.
Whatever I did to her that offended her. She refused to return my call, so that's on you.
Right. But you did. Once you realize that it was your fault, you try to make things right, which is the right thing to do. Now, if she doesn't want to accept your apology, then she has a problem with having a hard heart. Because forgetting to call somebody back, I mean, it's not right, but it's human. It's human. And sometimes you get tied up doing something else and it slips your mind. Emergencies come up in people's lives and you forget. But I will say, though, I will say that if somebody does call you, especially those that have voicemail, somebody leaves a voicemail message for you, at least have the courtesy to check your voicemail at least once a day to see who's trying to get hold of you. Because I have had experiences where I've left voicemail messages on people's phones for over a week. And when I see them, I say, hey, I sent you a voicemail message. I wanted you to call me. I want to talk to you. Oh, really? Oh, I haven't checked my phone in a week. So why do you have the device for in the first place? So make sure if you have one that you check it and you get back with people because you never know. Somebody may really need to speak with you about something. Okay, anything else before we. So understand, folks, it's a matter of your conscience. Your conscience lives with you. You can't get away from it. So if your conscience is not clear, it's going to affect other areas of your life. You will not be able to look people square in the eye. You'll try to avoid people. Like if somebody owes money to somebody else, all of a sudden they can't return their call because they owe money, and they can't come to church. They can't. So just have a clear conscience. That's very important. Clear your conscience. It affects your witness, right? Affects your testimony for Christ. It affects how you interact with even your family. Have a clear conscience. All right, let's stand together and let's be dismissed. Take a 10-minute break, and then this morning I'm going to bring a message on love and what love is as per God's word. I think we need that in this day and age. So go ahead and stand and let's be dismissed with a song. Footsteps of Jesus, which is 685. 685. On the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweetly, Lord, have we heard thee calling, come follow me. And we see where that footprints falling lead us to thee. Footprints of Jesus that make the pathway glow. We will follow the steps of Jesus where'er they go. Though they lead o'er the cold, dark mountains, seeking his sheep, or along by Siloam's fountain, helping the weak. Footprints of Jesus that make the pathway glow. We will follow the steps of Jesus wherever they go. If they lead through the temple holy, preaching the word, or in homes of the poor and lowly, serving the Lord. Footprints of Jesus that make the pathway glow. We will follow the steps of Jesus wherever they go. Then at last when on high he sees us, our journey done, we will rest where the steps of Jesus and at his throne. Footprints of Jesus that make the pathway glow. We will follow the steps of Jesus wherever they go. All right, let's take a short break and then reconvene for the morning service.